Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl Carolina Sanchez, and South by Southwest is all about film, TV, music, all sorts of entertainment. One of the shows that's been highly anticipated is Swarm. It's about a girl who's super standing over a musical artist. We don't know too many details, but I do know that this car is actually from the show, and there's a dead body in the trunk. And there's some blood. Let's get into it. All right, I got my lucky lotto. I got my $5. Let's see what I can get, all right? Watch out for the blood, folks. Leave any fingerprints because I tell you what, looks like a crime scene, baby.
Just a little cranberry juice, hope you don't mind.
I got saltiness.
We're at the wrong place at the wrong time. Let me get out of here.
Excuse us, cranberry juice, sorry about that.
This is actually Dre's car that's used in the show Swarm. And listen, I spent some time in there. Let me tell you, you don't want to find out what's in this trunk, or do you? Shh, don't tell them I was involved. My fingerprints aren't on here anymore. We are actually on the red carpet at South by Southwest for the upcoming series Swarm. You don't want to miss it because it's Houston-based and it's all about the stand. Hi, how are you? Thank you, I'm loving this.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Hi. Yes, had to. I ain't wearing Edro. You know, there's so much going on right now. I had so much energy to get out of the car because this is, I've had different premieres. A lot of my stuff premiered during the pandemic, so I didn't have an actual premiere. So to get one like this for Dre and for this show is like next level. So I'm all over the place right now. But I'm grounded at the same time, baby.
But Dre, she wasn't that grounded.
You know, she was grounded in what she believed in. I'm gonna say that. But that was important for me as an actor. Although psychologically she's all over the place, I didn't want to act like I didn't want to do her like that. I didn't want to make it seem like she's all over the place. So she is grounded. Like she's grounded in what she believes in. Otherwise, it wouldn't work for me as an actor.
Now, is there anything that you're obsessed with? Maybe not a singer, maybe not a musical artist of any sort, but
I used to be obsessed with the Vampire Diaries. I was Team Delana all day, every day.
Okay, let them know.
Yeah, let them know. And I used to watch that over and over, over and over again. Yeah. Friday, the movie Friday. I know all of the words. So come watch it with me if you want to.
What's your favorite line from that movie?
Her mama got her ass too. Give me 3.5 minutes, maybe even 4, and she'll be wanting to marry her.
Oh, you got that.
Oh, the berry sweeter juice. Oh, it's the black of the berry sweeter juice. Oh yeah, well she blacker than the mug too.
Okay, Dominique, you got that. Our show's called The Nightcap.
The Nightcap, sweet.
Before you call it a night, what's your drink of choice?
You know, I'm not really much of a drinker, to be honest.
Okay, so what do you have to do before bed?
Well, that's a good one because I've actually started developing routine, which has been hard for me. I stretch every night. I've been doing it for like about 40 days.
Okay, let's go,
straight,
baby.
In the morning and at night, like for like 20 minutes. That's something that's new for me. So stretching, man, that's like, now I love it. Now I have to do it.
Now she has to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it after this too.
All right, well, I don't want to get in the way of that. Congratulations
Thank
on
you
the
so
premiere.
much.
I can't wait to watch.
Thank you.
Hi, Janine, how you doing?
Great, you have great hair.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So we're actually based in Houston, and you're from Houston.
Yo.
Creating an anti-hero, which is not something that most people take. I've seen, the comparison to Tony Soprano and Don Draper.
Yeah.
What was the mindset creating this character of Dre?
Well, a lot of our anti-heroes, a lot of the people whose narrative that we're watching, that shift, that are unreliable and a little bit, that's reserved for white people in TV and film spaces. So I was really adamant about wanting this to be a Black woman at the center of the story. I think it's time that we see our own anti-hero. I don't think that Black women have to just be kind of like the saviors of other people. And I think Dre is definitely not the savior of her own life, but she is really compelling. And I think that she is someone who you're unable to stop watching. And some of the choices that she makes are really dope, but only some.
We've seen the blood on the floor. So are you very proud of this work? What are you hoping most people take away from it?
I just hope that people feel like they saw something, that they've seen something that they haven't seen on screen before, that they're compelled to keep talking about it, that they are inspired to create from it. That's what we want. That's what I want.
And it's Women's History Month, and there's 3 badass women here. What do you want women who are in the industry to take away from the work that you guys are doing?
It's a long road, but it's getting a little easier. But you still have to be your own champion, and you still have to find the right people in your tribe that support you. Not everyone will. And so that's like a real story, especially if you're Black. It's harder, you know, it just is. But I do think that a tide has turned, and I hope that this makes it easier for other people that follow us.
You're creating the story yourself, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Chloe. You look
Hi.
fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
How does it feel to be out in Austin for your premiere?
It feels amazing, and it's crazy to think that we have the LA premiere still.
Oh, yeah. So, being the sister of someone who's a stan, was it almost like dealing with an addict, would you say?
No, it wasn't. No, for me, I think Marissa and Dre's relationship is so complex that their love for each other is so passionate and almost obsessive in a way.
Oh.
Between them as sisters. So I think people will be in for a ride. And I don't want to give away any spoilers, but it's definitely deeper than what people think.
Yeah, you've definitely got me intrigued. We got more than what we're expecting.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. How are you? It's premiere.
Are you excited?
I'm super excited. I'm so grateful to be here. It's my first time in Austin, Texas.
Oh, wow.
First time at South by Southwest.
So how was it to play this super pop star that is causing a swarm, if you will?
Causing a swarm. I mean, it's exciting. I mean, is this the life, Beyonce? I love it. Is this the life? I love it. It's so much fun. I just hope that people buy into like loving Irene. But the name is so close to Naja. Love it.
Yeah.
It felt like it was meant to be, right? It might be my alias.
There you go.
It might be my kid's first name.
There you go. There you go. So is there anything that you stan, whether it's a musical artist or a food or a place?
I'm obsessed with Chick-fil-A.
Okay, hold up. If you're really obsessed, give me the order right now.
Let me tell you, I'm getting that spicy chicken deluxe with the waffle fries and a lemonade, no ice.
I'm down with that order. All right, well, congratulations on the premiere. Thank you for your... Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and you may not know, I'm a huge hip-hop head, baby. I grew up on hip-hop, and I love it to death. I love her. You know what that is. Anyway, here at South by Southwest, they have a pop-up from the Museum of Graffiti where they're celebrating the art of hip-hop. If you don't know, it's the 50th anniversary since its inception, and the chef himself is in the building. I'm talking Raekwon from Wu-Tang. Let's go talk to him. Does looking at it take you back to the moments where you actually were being photographed by Danny?
Listen, it just takes me back to those days. That day. Like these are monumental pictures that will be here for the next 60, 70 years, you know? He's a dope photographer. You can tell he's charismatic. He got a dope quality about him as a photographer and as a hip hop artist. Like you can actually see the time, like it looks like 95 right there.
Right.
That picture, oh man, it's just dope.
I mean, when you see something like this so iconic, does it take you back to that conversation that you guys were having? And actually, Danny, don't be shy, get over here.
Oh, Danny's in the building.
Y'all talked about it a little bit, but what was that like, that conversation? Like, I want to do a Last Supper. I mean, which is a big thing. I mean, it's almost blasphemous, some would say, but it was a big deal. What was that decision like? What was that conversation like?
It was just two brothers just trying to make a mark in the culture, you know. Him being a photographer, him being so creative at what his vision was of us was so important in hip hop, because one thing about us as hip hop fans, we look at everything. We look at the pictures, we look at the clothes, we look at the style, all of that has been introduced in a way today where it's 1,000 times bigger. And hip hop is considered one of the biggest genres across the world. So you got to remember, we was kids. You know, Danny, we was the same age, and we was just trying to be heard and seen in the greatest way. And he probably didn't know that he was going to be so influential in the photographer world and become this big icon of photography and become this big mogul as well as myself. So it just takes me back to when we first started, man.
Do you remember the conversation, Danny, when he was like, "Hey, we're doing the Last Supper, bada boom, bada bing."
Bang, bang, bang. I remember it more than them because they've gone through a lot of different stuff. Like to me, this is my special, like I remember this very vividly. And I do remember him coming up with the ideas and telling me and giving me a little bit of like the direction. And then all I needed was just a couple of like suggestions. Then I would take it from there, right? Then I'll go and produce and make the logo, do the set design and all that stuff. And then they show up, they come through, and they're like, "Whoa, what is this?" Right? So, but then I take it a little further, like the lighting, the angles, the camera, the film. That was part of.
I mean, it's an iconic image.
And there was no Photoshop. There's no Photoshop on any of these, right? And then you see in this one came up. This was the first time the Wu symbol was turned into the bat signal. But if you see, this is a photograph, right? Yeah. So there's no Photoshop in 1993. You have a combination of shutter speed, slow shutter speed. That's why the candles look like that. Right. You have cross process, which was putting the chemicals on the wrong putting the films on the wrong chemicals so they could come out like that. And then you have Vaseline on the lens. So all of these Vaseline on the lens.
What that mean? I don't know that photography.
Vaseline on the lens.
You gotta school us.
Yeah. You put grease on the
it's
side?
blurry. You gotta grease it to make it blurry.
All right, so we're gonna do that right here. Nah, just kidding.
This is dope.
Listen, all right, it's been 50 years of hip hop.
Yes.
Like, how does it feel for both of y'all to be such icons, have a mark in 5 decades? That's a long time to be classics, to be legends. How does that feel?
You know what? I'm still dreaming. I'm still in the dream. It's just I'm getting the opportunity to live out what I love, And I think that when you love something so much, it becomes a part of you. So for us to be a part of it, to see so many kids after us, like how she said, 5 generations. We've been in 3 generations of hip hop, not 5.
30 of them, okay? 1993 is when 36 Chambers came out, okay?
We the 3 generations, we ain't the 5.
But y'all made a mark in the 5, okay?
There you go. Just being a part of it, but we live in what we love to do. You gotta passionize things that you love and make it your reality.
I want to add to that if it wasn't for hip hop, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Me too.
I want to add that. So in the 50 years, like looking at it now, I'm like, wow, would I been given a chance? Would rock and roll have given me a chance? I'm Latino and salsa was not even looking for me. You know what I mean? So like, would I been where I'm at today? But I grew up with hip hop, right? And so in the reflecting in the growth of hip hop, I have to say that I'm very thankful for all my brothers that looked out for me and the hip hop culture that enriched me and gave me a different perspective on life, and I wouldn't be the man that I am.
All right, so when is the Drake remix on Wu-Tang Forever coming out?
Ooh.
We've been hearing about it for a while. When's this happening?
Drake, you heard her. They looking for it, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see, and Drake is my boy, so you just threw it in the air.
All right, so your favorite verse from 36 Chambers. Hit it. Come on. Come on.
My favorite verse from 36
Chambers. Come on. You on the spot.
I would definitely say my favorite verse is probably Chess Boxing. Chess Boxing, that song, the way that beat was just rocking. And trust me, Chess Boxing, it does its thing all over the world. Yeah. That record right there, it does something for people all over the world.
And as far as the new talent that's coming out, right? We talked about 5 generations. We got a new generation coming up. Who's your favorite right now? Who are you watching?
You know what? I don't have a particular favorite. I just love the fact that everybody is out there expressing themselves in their music and doing it to the fullest. So I love the fact that the young generation is doing their thing now.
All right, Wu-Tang Forever.
Yes.
We're here with Raekwon, Danny
Yes.
Hastings. And before we go, I just want to point out, Dallas Cowboys, baby. I'm from Dallas, let's go! Welcome back to the Nightcap, another red carpet, baby. So we got another show called Big Door Prize. What's that all about? It's a mysterious machine that shows up in a small town, and it tells you what your full potential would be. It's a little mysterious. Would you do it? Let's ask the actors themselves. If a morpho machine showed up in your town before the stardom, would you go through with it?
Do you know, it's an interesting question because it was my wife's birthday a couple of weeks back, and we got a tarot card reader, and I didn't do it because I felt, I don't know. I'm
The character get to you?
I think that Dusty's reaction is relatively similar to my own in that he's kind of a naysayer on the whole thing. But then people follow it and it starts kind of working out for them. So then it starts becoming of a, well, maybe I'm being an idiot for not doing it.
What's your choice of nightcap drink?
Oh God, I love so many. I'm gonna go for a really peaty or Scottish whiskey. Yeah. Neat, yeah, one cube of ice.
I have to ask you this question. What happens when you Google?
Don't do it. Don't type Google into Google. Don't do it. Not even a joke. You remember the financial crash?
All right, so tell us about your character on Big Door Prize.
Yeah, my character's name is Hannah, and she is new to town. She's very mysterious. She's to herself, but she works at the Bedford bar where, you know, everyone in the town comes to drink and hang out. So she knows some things, and there's some things that maybe she has some secrets. But she's a very mysterious character, and I feel like that's really all I can say right now.
We gotta find out what Hannah's about.
Yes.
Allie, now, the actress here. If a morpho shows up next door, are you going to pay the $2?
Allie, me?
Right now.
Oh, right now? Yes. I will absolutely use it. Why not?
So the name of the show is The Nightcap, and you work at a bar on the show. What's your favorite drink?
I'm a champagne girl.
Love it. Bubbles all day.
I love the bubbles, a little bit dry. Yeah, it's all good. It gives the perfect amount of buzz for me.
Are you living your full potential now?
Oh, yes. I feel like this is the dream. We're at South by. It's my first time here. There's such good energy, and we're about to debut the show.
So the Big Door Prize is about this town that goes through like a bit of a midlife crisis when this mysterious machine comes into our local general store and stirs things up because it claims to tell you your life potential. So who knows if it does or if it doesn't or what happens.
So your full potential, are you living it now?
Yes, absolutely. Right here, right now. We're having an amazing time.
All right, the name of the show is called The Nightcap, so the drink of the night. What's your drink of choice?
Dirty Shirley with extra cherries. Good one. It's a really, really good one.
The energy here is electric, and we have such a new, vibrant show. Original. I can't wait for you all to see it, and I can't wait to experience what the audience is going to feel from it.
You're in a small town and a morpho shows up. What are you doing? You paying the $2?
Heck yeah. I want to know. Fear of missing out. I'm a FOMO girl all day long. I got to find out what it's going to be about and then see if I approve.
And see if you approve.
Yes. If it says something good, great. If it doesn't, I'll be like,
It wasn't for me then.
Exactly.
Morpho shows up in your city. You seem to be fulfilled, right? You're here at a big premiere for a show you're starring in. Would you go?
Yeah. Curiosity kills the kid. Yeah, I definitely would. Even if it said something that was just so out there, if it told me that I was meant to be like a mime, like I'd be like, that's hilarious. Let me jump on that immediately. And if it gave me something deeper, then I would contemplate it at night. My choice of drink, my nightcap, I'm gonna say it all fancy, a vodka, Sprite, and grenadine, which is otherwise known as a kitty cocktail or a Dirty Shirley.
You and our dear friend Juliet have the same.
Juliet said Dirty Shirley? I'd put you on the Dirty Shirley.
He made it sound really fancy though.
Shirley. Yeah, they're popping now.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I started it.
Yeah, you did.
Well, what's your choice of drink?
I like a pina colada. I do. I love a pina colada. Anywhere it feels like I'm on a beach somewhere, that's what I want.
I can do. So a morpho shows up when you're growing up.
Yeah. Of course I'm paying the $2, but I wanted to say professional wrestler. If that thing came out right now, I'd switch my whole career. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, listen. We're with Fox. We got WWE SmackDown. What's your wrestler name?
Oh my gosh. Let's just go with Giorgio. That would be it, you know what I'm saying? He'd come out with a tracksuit, a nice gold chain. He'd be ready to go.
Okay, the signature move though?
The chicken parm. You know? Hey Giorgio, it's the chicken parm. New champ.
you know? Welcome to the champ, you know?
Listen, if it were up to me, I'd probably be a little bit skeptical like Dusty, like Chris O'Dowd's character. I'd probably be a little bit skeptical and not go to it, but if enough people are thriving around me, I'm going and paying the $2, not gonna lie. All right, we got more South by Southwest coming up next, so stay right there. See, we have a lot of fun here at South by Southwest, and we brought it to you nightcap style, okay? But it ain't over. I mean, this week continues, and we're still gonna be here bringing you all the fun. And South by Southwest still has more to give, so you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna capture more and more of it and bring you along for the fun. But that's it for today, okay? Unfortunately, I can't bring you to the next event because it's an after party and no cameras are allowed. So cheers to you. You better stay tuned for tomorrow because more fun comes. Bye-bye.